The Prince Who Was Born a Buffalo. Dear friends, today I bring you a tale that will touch your hearts. In a certain land, there ruled a mighty king. The people under his reign were very happy, but the king himself was deeply troubled. His worry was so great that he had stopped eating and drinking altogether. The king's minister tried to console his majesty, saying, "O king, the solution to problems is not to stop eating. Tell me, what is eating you from within?" The king confided in his minister, "What use is all this wealth when there is no one to inherit it? You know I am childless. In my quest for an heir, I have married 7 times, but none of my 7 queens has been blessed with a child." The minister replied, "Is this all that troubles you? I know of a holy man who lives in a hut deep in the forest. In fact, let me take you to him myself. Tell this man of God your whole story. He will surely have a solution to your problem." The king said, "Then why delay? Let us go to this holy man today." So they set off toward the forest. After walking for some time, they reached a dense jungle where they spotted a small hut in the distance. The minister told the king, "That is the holy man's dwelling." When the king and minister entered the hut, they found the holy man deep in prayer. His majesty sat nearby and waited. When the holy man finished his prayers and looked up, the king told him his entire story. The holy man said, "Granting or withholding children is in Allah's hands, but do not worry. I will pray to Allah for you. Now, do this. Not far from here stands a mango tree. Pluck 7 mangoes from that tree and take them home to give to your wives. But remember this, when you pick the mangoes and start to leave, you will hear many voices calling from behind. Do not respond to any of these voices. Just mind your own business." Following the holy man's instructions, the king went ahead to find the mango tree. Soon he saw a tree laden with green mangoes. He quickly picked 7 mangoes, put them in his basket, and prepared to return. On his way back, the king heard a voice from behind. "O king, where are you taking those mangoes?" Hearing this, the king became angry. Who dared address him so informally? No one had ever spoken to him with such disrespect. When the king continued walking, the voice came again. "O fat, ugly king, what are you doing here?" This made the king even angrier. When he turned around, no one was there, but one of the mangoes from his basket flew back and attached itself to the tree, then fell to the ground by itself. Seeing this strange occurrence, the king was very disturbed but couldn't understand what was happening. He thought to himself, "Whatever happens next, I will never look back again." The king did exactly that. Many more voices called from behind, but he went straight to his palace. Upon arrival, he gave the mangoes to his 7 queens, saying, "Here, eat these." The queens protested, "These mangoes are sour. How can we eat such bitter fruit?" His majesty replied, "Do as I say." 6 of the queens were present and ate their mangoes. The 7th queen's mango was kept aside, and they told a servant, "Make sure to give this to the 7th queen." The servant was hard of hearing and misunderstood, thinking she should make sherbet from the sour mango for the 7th queen. Unknown to anyone, the 7th queen was already expecting a child. The servant quickly made sherbet from the sour mango and brought it to the 7th queen, saying, "His Majesty has prepared this blessed drink for you and said you should drink it without question." The 7th queen was obedient and did as instructed. As soon as she drank the sour mango sherbet, she felt something strange in her stomach. Time passed, and the 6 queens also became pregnant. Then came the day when the 6 queens each gave birth to a son, while the 7th queen gave birth to a child that looked like a buffalo. The entire palace was in uproar. When the king learned that 6 of his sons looked human while one looked like a buffalo, he declared, "This queen must be cursed." The king ordered his minister, "Remove this queen from the palace and throw her into a distant hut, along with her buffalo child. I don't want such a creature. My 6 princes are enough for me." The minister carried out the order. The 7th queen was thrown out of the palace into a hut. The poor queen lived there, crying and lamenting, praying to Allah, "O Allah, what trial have you put me through? Everyone hates my child, but I am a mother. Even though my son looks like a buffalo, he is a piece of my heart. I cannot abandon him." The wheel of time kept turning. Soon the king's 6 princes grew into young men. The buffalo had also grown up by now. This buffalo helped the village people greatly, sometimes helping them draw water from wells, sometimes serving as a walking stick for elderly people. One day, the buffalo saw his 6 brothers carrying books, going to study. A desire to learn arose in the buffalo's heart. He ran to his mother in the hut and said, "Mother, I too have a great desire to study. I want to learn." His mother replied, "Son, how many times must I explain to you that you are not human? Why don't you understand what I'm saying?" The buffalo said, "Mother, so what if I'm not human? I can still learn, can't I?" The buffalo's mother said, "Son, no one will let you enter a school. People will mock you." The buffalo replied, "Mother, then do this. Bring me books and I will study with you. I won't go outside. My dear mother, please agree to bring me books from somewhere. I want to study." So the buffalo's mother brought him books and began teaching him at home. When the buffalo's 6 brothers saw him studying in the hut on their way back from school, they immediately went to their father the king and said, "Father, we go to study because we are human, but look, outside the village, a buffalo lives with a woman and he too reads books, wanting to become educated like us." The king became very angry and thought, "How dare this buffalo study the same books as my sons and try to surpass them?" The king ordered his minister, "Quickly bring that buffalo to me. If he refuses, shoot him on the spot." When the minister and his men came to capture the buffalo, he asked, "Why are you tying me up?" The minister replied, "The king's orders are that we bring you to the palace." The buffalo said, "Why tie me up? What crime have I committed that I should be afraid? I'll come with you willingly." The minister was amazed, and the buffalo came with him to the palace. The king said to the buffalo, "How dare you study the same books that my sons study at school? Don't you know what I'll do to you?" The buffalo immediately replied, "Why, father? Am I not your son?" The king was shocked and confused. Why was this buffalo calling himself his son? The buffalo continued, "Yes, father, it was you who threw my mother and me out into the forest. I am your buffalo son. Don't I have the same desires as your 6 sons who go to school, while I cannot? I am also your son, your own blood. Why is this injustice being done to me?" Hearing this, tears came to the king's eyes. He ordered his minister, "Bring my 7th queen back to this palace with honor and respect. From today, this buffalo son of mine will also live in this palace." And so it was done. Later, when the king's 6 sons had completed their education and become wise, the king gathered them and said, "Each of you mount a horse and go toward the forest. You must each find a princess for yourselves. You will marry these princesses." Hearing this, the buffalo ran to his mother and said, "Mother, I too want to go with my brothers." The buffalo's mother said, "Son, you are what you are, and on top of that, you always chase after everything. How will you get married? You are a buffalo." The buffalo replied, "Mother, I too have a heart. I want to live life like my brothers. I'm not necessarily going to get married. I'll just travel with them and come back." The 7th queen came to the king and said, "Your Majesty, please let my son go with him. He desires it greatly, and he will take good care of his brothers." His Majesty quickly arranged for a horse for the buffalo as well and sent him off with his other sons. The king's 6 princes set off toward the forest, talking among themselves, "Good thing that buffalo didn't come with us. What unnecessary trouble that would have been." Just then, the buffalo appeared before them on horseback and said, "Brothers, I too want to come with you, and here I am." The 6 brothers became very angry and said, "Get lost right now. We will never take you with us." The buffalo said, "Brothers, what harm have I done to you? Why do you hate me so much? Let me come with you too. I'm not going to get married. I'll just travel with you and come back." One of the princes said, "Wait, you won't give up easily." The other princes joined him, and together they pulled the buffalo down from his horse, tied him to a tree, and said, "You look better here." Then the 6 brothers mounted their horses and rode away. Tears came to the buffalo's eyes. They had not gone far when bandits attacked the 6 brothers. The bandits said, "These are princes, we'll get a lot from them. Let's rob them." The bandits kidnapped the 6 princes, looted all their belongings, and started taking them away. As they walked, their eyes fell on a buffalo tied to a tree. The bandit chief thought, "Surely these wretched princes did this to this poor, helpless buffalo. What is this innocent animal's fault?" The bandits ordered their companions to untie the buffalo from the tree. They immediately freed the buffalo, who began following the group. The bandit chief said, "Look, this buffalo is following us. Let it come, no harm in that." The bandits took the 6 princes to a cave, tied them up, and began treating the buffalo with great affection. The buffalo would massage their feet, then their heads, so the bandit chief said, "What a wonderful animal this is. When the bandits fell asleep, the buffalo quickly untied his brother's ropes and said, "Brothers, don't make noise and try to get out of here quietly." One of the 6 princes said, "What should we do about this buffalo? Should we leave it in this cave or take it with us?" The other brothers said, "This buffalo saved our lives. Let's take it with us." So the buffalo and the 6 princes set out on their journey. After traveling quite far, they spotted a palace. The 6 princes were very happy to see the palace and said, "We'll go inside this palace." They told the buffalo, "Don't even try to enter this palace. You are a buffalo. Go play in the trees. Since you saved our lives, we brought you this far for a tour. Now get lost from here." Tears came to the buffalo's eyes. The princes entered the palace, but the buffalo sat by a tree near a pond and began crying. Meanwhile, the 6 princes entered the palace where another king sat. This king also had 7 daughters. The king was very happy to see the 6 princes because when his 7th daughter was born, his 7th queen had died. The king had called his daughter cursed and thrown her into a hut with an old servant woman. The king thought, "These are 6 princes. I will give my daughters in marriage to these 6 princes." The king arranged good food for the 6 princes and prepared beds for them. On the other side, in the hut, the king's daughter who had been called cursed lived with her servant, whom she considered her mother. The daughter's name was Sundari. Sundari's mother said to her, "Daughter, you should rest sometimes too. You'll get tired from working so much." Sundari replied, "Mother, if I don't work, who will? Let me just fetch some water from the river, then I'll come and rest." As she was leaving, she said, "Mother, did I really devour my own mother that my father the king called me cursed and threw me into this hut?" Sundari's mother replied, "No, daughter, it's nothing like that. Don't take everything to heart. Allah must have planned something good for you." Saying this, Sundari took her pitcher and went to the riverbank. After filling the pitcher with water, as she was about to leave, the buffalo's eyes suddenly fell on Sundari. The buffalo thought to himself, "What a beautiful girl, and she's crying so much. What could be her problem? She looks exactly like a princess, but she's wearing torn, old clothes." The buffalo followed Sundari and walked all the way to her hut. He heard crying sounds from inside the hut. The buffalo went closer to the hut and heard some conversation. Sundari was telling her mother, "Mother, look, 6 princes have come to marry my 6 sisters. But I am also a princess, and my father has thrown me into this hut." Saying this, Sundari began crying. Hearing Sundari's words, the buffalo's heart became sad, and he thought, "Her situation is just like mine. My father also threw me out of the house into a hut, and her father also threw her into a hut." Meanwhile, Sundari said to her mother, "Mother, let me bring one more pitcher of water, then I'll rest." When Sundari came out of the hut to fill another pitcher, the buffalo quickly hid. When Sundari reached the riverbank, she saw her 6 sisters bathing in the river. Seeing Sundari approach, they began taunting her. Look, here comes Sundari. She's our sister, but see how she lives in a broken-down hut, while look at our fortune. Princes have come to marry us." Sundari replied, "Yes, my dear sisters, I know princes have come to marry you all, and I will stay with my mother. I never want to get married." The 6 princesses laughed and said, "Because no one will give you a marriage proposal anyway. Only some buffalo would come to marry you." Saying this, they burst into laughter. Hearing this, tears came to Sundari's eyes. She grabbed her pitcher and started running. While running, she collided with the buffalo, the water pitcher fell and broke, and all the water spilled on the buffalo. Sundari's sisters began laughing loudly and made a commotion, shouting, "Sundari got married to a buffalo. Look, Sundari married a buffalo." Hearing this, Sundari ran crying to her hut and told her mother the whole story. "Mother, I didn't marry any buffalo. My sisters have spread rumors throughout the palace that I married a buffalo, but mother, I just accidentally bumped into it and the water pitcher broke." Meanwhile, following Sundari, the buffalo also came to the hut and immediately said, "Mother, these 6 princesses are lying." When Sundari's mother saw the buffalo speaking, she was shocked and confused, thinking, "This buffalo is speaking and calling me mother." Then the buffalo told Sundari's mother the whole story. "I am also a prince. My 6 brothers also treat me very badly. If I am a buffalo, what is my fault in that? And mother, everyone has already defamed your daughter, so why don't you marry your daughter to me?" Here is the seventh prince for your seventh daughter." When Sundari's mother asked Sundari if she agreed to this marriage, Sundari shyly stepped back. Then Sundari's mother quietly arranged the marriage of her daughter Sundari to the buffalo. The buffalo jumped with joy and went to his brothers in the palace, saying, "Look, your weddings are tomorrow morning, but I just got married right now, and that too to a princess of this palace." The buffalo's 6 brothers became very angry and said, "What should we do with this buffalo? He got married before us, and that too with a princess. We won't spare this buffalo." They somehow spent the night. In the morning, the king married his daughters to the 6 princes. The princes had not yet properly seen their wives' faces, they were still veiled, and they set off on their journey. The king gave them a peacock-shaped boat on the river for their journey. They all went to their respective rooms to rest while the boat continued its journey. Here, Sundari's mother gave Sundari and the buffalo a small wooden boat in which they began their journey. On the way, the buffalo's brothers thought, "Thank goodness we got rid of the buffalo. He didn't follow us." They all lifted their wives' veils to see what their princesses looked like. When they lifted their wives' veils, the king's daughters had fat, ugly faces with thick lips. Seeing this, the 6 princes got scared and angrily said, "The king deceived us and stuck these 6 sisters on us." Meanwhile, the buffalo and Sundari also came near them, traveling by river. The buffalo called out loudly to his brothers, "Look, brothers, I've also come with my bride." When the 6 brothers' eyes fell on Sundari, they were shocked and confused. The real princess was this one whom the buffalo had married, and they were left high and dry. The 6 brothers together devised a plan. "Why don't we invite this buffalo and Sundari to our boat, and when they fall asleep at night, we'll throw them both into the river?" They began calling their brother Buffalo, "Buffalo brother, come to our boat. You are our brother. Forgive us for any mistakes we made. We shouldn't have left you alone. Father will scold us a lot." The buffalo couldn't understand their trickery, but Sundari said, "How did your brothers become so nice? Don't listen to them." The buffalo said, "Maybe they realized their mistake. You know what? Let's go with our brothers." So the buffalo and Sundari went to the 6 princes' boat. According to their plan, when the buffalo and Sundari fell asleep, they conspired. "Let's do this. It's quite late at night. Everyone is fast asleep. We'll lift them along with their bedding and throw them in the river." Then they lifted Sundari and the buffalo along with their bedding and threw them into the river. They themselves happily reached the palace. In the palace, celebrations began for the prince's return with their marriages. But His Majesty asked, "Where is my 7th son, the buffalo? Why didn't he come?" The 6 brothers' faces turned pale and red, and they couldn't think of what to say next. Finally, they said, "He fell into the river and died. We couldn't save him." His Majesty and the 7th queen began crying. Just then, the buffalo and Sundari's voices were heard. "Mother, we have come. Look, Mother, I got married and brought you a moon-like bride." Then the buffalo prince told His Majesty, his father, the whole story of how his brothers had conspired to throw them both into the river, but Allah's power had saved them because his wife Sundari had discovered his brother's plan. So she had wrapped pillows in the bedding and they had moved to one side. The brothers thought they were sleeping as husband and wife, so they threw the bedding into the river, thinking they had died. Hearing this, His Majesty became very angry. In his anger, the king told his 6 sons and daughters-in-law, "Get out of this palace right now. You are not worthy of living in this palace." After this, a very nice room was prepared for the Buffalo King and Sundari. At night, when the Buffalo Prince and Sundari went to bed in their room, at midnight Sundari felt as if human feet were coming out of the buffalo skin. Sundari was very surprised and worried, and out of fear, she covered her face with a sheet and fell asleep. When morning came, she told the Buffalo Prince's mother, "Mother, last night I saw human feet coming out of the buffalo skin in the bed." Sundari's mother-in-law said, "Daughter, why are you joking? What kind of talk is this? My son is a buffalo by birth, so this must be your misunderstanding." Sundari said, "Maybe, Mother, but tonight I'll pay attention to this again." The second night, when Sundari lay in bed, at midnight when her eyes opened, she saw the buffalo's skin lying there with no buffalo inside it. She ran and told His Majesty and the Queen the whole incident. They told Sundari, "You do this. Bring that skin to us as evidence." Sundari immediately pulled the skin from the bed and brought it to them. After this, His Majesty lit a fire in a brazier and threw the skin into it. When they all went to the buffalo's room together, the buffalo was not there. A handsome young man was standing there. His Majesty began scolding him angrily, saying, "Where is our buffalo prince, and who are you?" The buffalo prince, overjoyed, hugged his father the king and said, "Finally, Sundari told everyone. Actually, father, what happened was this. A holy man had told me that when you get married, you will start becoming human from your wedding night itself. So see, today I have transformed from a buffalo into a human." Everyone was very happy together, and then Sundari and the prince also forgave their brothers and sisters-in-law, and they all lived happily together. Dear friends, how did you like this story? I hope you enjoyed it immensely. To hear more such tales, please subscribe to our channel and become part of our family. And before you go, please like this video. Thank you.